Hey, everybody. Hi, Rebecca.
Hey,
Good
Rebecca.
afternoon.
Oh, sorry, Tammy.
Hey, everybody. Oops, let me turn my volume down. You're all right, Lisa.
I didn't get the notification that you're live yet.
Ah.
All right, so let me find it while you're saying hi to everybody.
Okay. Hi, Blue Pixie. Good to see you.
All right, so let me find it.
Van City Prepper. Hey there.
Oh.
That's all right, Van City.
Hey, we know that was a typo.
Yeah, we know. And I thought it was funny, so that's why.
But yeah, so thank you though for being so respectful. That's really cool.
Yes.
I think that's awesome. Yeah, I'm in the chat. I got it.
Hey, Mad Acre Farms. Thank you all for joining me. Ark Wildman, hello. Thanks for coming in.
I'm not looking like a masked man or anything. I'm Nanook of the North here.
Lisa's cold.
Freezing.
Where to begin homestead? Hi there. Thank you for joining. Hey, Sammy Blue Feather.
Sammy.
I need to change this on.
Hi, everybody. And no, I'm not drinking something funky. I got a glass that it's blue and it turns purple when the water's cold. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. That's fun.
Thank you, Jamie. This is in honor of you. I'm wearing Jamie at Mad Acre. I'm wearing my hat in the house.
Mm-hmm. I do that. I stroll around with a hat on my head all day. Hey, Garden at Table with Heather Lynn. Good to see you. Hi there, Mickelson family.
Hello, Mickelson family homestead. She's so dedicated. She messaged me earlier.
Aw.
What a sweetheart. Ark Wildman says moonshine. We know. Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got hiding underneath my scarf and in my glass. Just a little moonshine.
You know, Ark, I wish I could. I don't. You know, I don't drink. So I mean, I can drink, but because I don't drink, like I don't enjoy it. But I really wished I could learn to make moonshine. If you think about it, what a great, because I make tinctures and stuff. Like, what about, if we couldn't get the vodka that's what I usually use to make tinctures. I'd love to make the moonshine to make my own tinctures. They'd probably be good and strong.
Oh, totally get it, Mickelson family. Totally get it. Don't you worry about a thing, girl.
Hey, Dan, you did awesome gardening.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to tell you, Kathleen at My Alabama Farm Life has a still. Mm-hmm. And she bought it for a variety of reasons, and it's not alcohol.
Huh. I need to go check that out.
You do.
Hey, Matt with Outdoors with Big Matt. Thanks for coming in. Oh, I never thought that you could make vodka. I thought it had like the only kind of alcohol you can make is moonshine. That's interesting. Hello, little house
water.
In the woods.
Distilled water for your tinctures.
Oh.
I think Blue needs to tell us how to make vodka.
Yeah.
She's holding out on us.
Yeah, you need to share. You need to do a video of that, Blue Pixie. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. So we're here just to chat about a little bit about goal setting and the 7 Fs. And if you all have any questions, this is open question and answer time. And I'm going to see if I can get this banner going that has the 7 Fs.
Would it be okay while you're doing that I tell them a little story?
Absolutely.
That way, while you're getting that all ready.
Yep.
So today we decided to do open questions. That way, if you're interested in the 7F model, because a lot of you have been coming week after week, and you're having trouble meeting your goals or you have some questions, we wanted to offer this forum so that way you guys could get some feedback, and all that, because we want this to be really productive for you guys, because you're taking an hour out of your day and it's important. So this morning I had, every once in a while, I don't know if you guys have it, but I get one of these like revelations, right? And I'm cranky today, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm cold. I hate being cold. I am not often cold. So that's what makes me cranky. No matter what I do, the heat is not, I mean, the house is warm, don't get me wrong, but it's not like I want it right now. And so I'm cranky, and I'm admittedly having a bit of a pity party, right? I'm having that one of those days. Anybody, I thumbs up in the chat if you've had a day where you had a pity party. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So the reason why I bring this up, right? Because a lot of people think, oh, well, if I have a pity party, it's so bad. It's this, it's that. It's not. Okay. It's okay to have a pity party. Yeah. See, you guys are all struggling with it, right? You get that pity party day. It's okay. I'm here to tell you a pity party is okay. I'm going to tell you when it's good, and I'm going to tell you when it's bad. So if I do nothing today, now mind you, I got dishes in my sink. I got my dishwasher going. I really don't want to do anything. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do anything because I'm cold. Pity party, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do my bare minimum. I'll snuggle on the couch. I'll watch YouTube. I'll edit some videos. I've got some live obligations. I'll do those. Don't get me wrong, right? Because I promised somebody I would do those things. But I really would just want to be on my couch with a blanket in my PJs, not working on my goals, right? That's okay. It's okay to have days like that. Here's where it becomes an issue. When you sit on your pity party every day, and then you think, I can't do anything, I'm not making progress on my goals, it's because you're doing it every day. Mm-hmm. So what I often, in my line of work, what I used to do was tell people, take 24 hours, sit on the pity pot. Mm-hmm. Sit on that pity pot for 24 hours. Enjoy it, revel in it, and then the next day, put your big girl, big boy panties on and get up and get moving, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Blue, that is so true. It's okay to have a pity party as long as you don't unpack and live there. I, for one, know it's very easy to unpack and live there. I've struggled with depression. I've worked in the field of mental health and addiction for a very long time. Alcoholics and Narcotics Anonymous will also tell you, don't sit on the pity party for longer than 24 hours, because then you're unpacking and living there, and then you're working against yourself. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the biggest message is have the pity party, do it for 24 hours, and then get off your butt and go do something. I say that with love, not to be offensive, so don't be mad at me. But sometimes that's what we need, right? Absolutely, Danny. Absolutely. And look at where to begin, Homestead. Oh, girl. Oh, girl.
I'll bet. Oh, my goodness.
You deserve 48 hours for that, too. But here's the thing. You're absolutely right. Even if you can't find the good in it, because I'll admit, sometimes I can't find the good in it, right? All I can see is my greenhouse is all apart. It's blown down the hill. It's expensive. It's all that. And I could say, nobody got hurt. Right. And I'm not mocking you where to begin. I'm just saying sometimes when you're in that moment, I can't sometimes find that good. Right. Mm-hmm. And it just feels weird to me. So I'm just being blunt and honest because that's how I rock. Mm-hmm. But it's okay to have a pity party. Okay. So I'm giving you permission to have a 24-hour pity party. Then you got to get up off your butts and get moving. Okay. So that's my story for today. Mm-hmm. Got any thoughts on it?
That's exactly how you do is exactly how I do. I can get myself down, and because I was texting you about what happened with my plants, And I'm still working on the video because I'm waiting to see if one comes back to life. But y'all, I had aphids and I got
Oh,
tape out on these aphids and trying to get the eggs off the leaves. They were really bad. And there was some that had fallen in the soil, and it was time for me to transplant them anyways. And I've been hauling these little babies back in and out. I grew them from seed. So I'm attached to my plants.
yeah.
So I'm looking at what I can do for these aphids, the best way to tackle them. I've never had them like this before. And they said, wash them off. You can, there's a couple different things you can do. And I thought, okay, I don't have any I don't have the right essential oil for it. I don't have the spray for it. I tried the diatomaceous earth and didn't feel like it worked really well. So I washed them off with the hose, and they looked great when I transplanted them. Oh, within a couple hours, they looked as dead could be. And I was like, I killed them. And this was going to be my Shed Wars entry video. And I just recorded myself murdering my plants. And I was pretty down about it, but I got lucky because they have bounced back. So I'm not for sure about this whole washing them off plan.
Yep.
With I don't know. Maybe the water was cold. Maybe I, was a little too meticulous in the washing them off. I'm not sure. I saw several places where they advised it, but oh man, yeah, it had me down. Yes, where to begin, Homestead? That I was like, I know, oh no, they died. One, so all of them came back, and except for one, and I think it might come back too. So I'm kind of waiting, and then I'll finish my video. But I feel like when I make mistakes, because guys, that's just part of who I am. For one thing, my learning style is jump in and do it. I don't let myself sit on pause for too long. Like with the, premeditation of doing something, I have to just jump in and do it. So therefore, when I learn, screwing up just comes along with it. And
Yep.
I'm always wanting to try something new. I get bored kind of easy, and I'm always wanting to do something new. So I have to kind of, first off, the first thing I do is get on to myself.
Yeah.
Oh, that was stupid. Why did I do that? I should have known. I immediately think to the could have done this, could have done this, could have done this. And my husband's like risk management professional. Like if it was, we have different interests. So the gardening is more my thing than it is his thing. So and then I'm like, and he'll tell me, if we had to live off of those plants and you just killed them, and I'll be like, why are you telling me this? Just
Yeah.
stop. Like I'm already feeling
Yeah.
bad enough. I don't need your help. But it's true. I mean, and the truth is, if I'm going to learn and screw something up, better to do it now when we're not depending on them for food. I mean, you know,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
I have to limit myself on how much time I spend raking myself over the coals. And sometimes for me, it could be 24 hours over something. It wasn't even all my plants. Like now I look back at it, I transplanted, I don't know, some little plants into bigger pot. It was maybe 6 of them. It wasn't even all of them, but I'm going to spend 24 hours beating myself up. And then I have to give myself the pass and call it a learning experience. But you'd think that I would be good at getting over stuff, but I don't. I still go through that whole process for me.
And I think that's the part of like the self-critical, we're harsher on ourselves than everybody
Mhm.
else. And like I was looking in the chat, and Heather L was saying the last few years has been a real struggle. I just self pep talk. You got this, we got this, move forward. And that's excellent.
Mhm.
Danny at Wicked Awesome Gardening said, I lost my apartment, my garden, had to move in with my parents. I was mad and devastated, but I'm here growing in 3 yards and saving for my own property. No one can take from me again. Exactly.
Mhm. Yep. And love that Mad Acre Farms.
Ryan's your hype man. I like that you
Mhm.
call him your hype man. I call mine a pain. I'm like, let me sleep in.
I'm the hype one in our house. I feel like I'm the motivator. That's my role. My husband, he'll be more like, can you just relax?
Yeah. And it's
I'll get
funny. Jason at Illinois Canarum says, and just so y'all know, I'm like Lisa, I have dishes in my sink. Yep. Ryan had asked me the other day, he was like, I need pants for work. I totally forgot to do the laundry because I got doing stuff on YouTube.
Does he tell you that? Darn YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Uncle Al just made pork seaweed miso soup for lunch. Awesome.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
And
So
yes,
good for
shift
you.
kicker, learning curve.
Yes. And you know what? If we are really wanting to grow ourselves, which I think everybody here in this chat is, or they wouldn't have picked this chat to be in, right? Like this is what we're talking about.
Yep.
If we really want to grow ourselves, we have to expect that there's going to be a learning process and that we're going to make mistakes and just, try to avoid them, but
Oh, Uncle Al just is a man after my own heart. Some days it's hard to save the world. I want to crawl back to bed. I had a sign in
yes,
my office all these years and I kept it. And it was basically, if only I had a cape and a tiara, I could save the world.
I believe you could, Lisa. You're a blessing to so many.
Oh, thank you.
You are.
So yeah, so just real quick while Tammy's looking at the chat, next week we will be on my channel at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Just keeping everybody up to date. And like I said, when it's Tammy's week, she does not have a community page just yet, very close. But for right now, what we have been doing is I post it on my community page. So
Congratulations on your 70 subscribers. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. That is awesome.
Look at Fuzz T Fork 8. I learned from 2 wives. You cannot please everyone. Amen.
My husband and I, so we've been together for a long, long time, like 32 years. And
Wow.
so we feel what we call each other, we'll tease each other because we're each other's assignment. That's how we feel. God put us together for a reason, and we can't make each other happy all the time.
Yep.
And we can't. Like each one of us is responsible for keeping that comes from that's your joy that comes from inside, and I would say also your relationship with Christ. But we don't hold each other responsible for that. That's one thing. If you feel like somebody's holding you responsible for that, they need to be checked.
Hey, Jam Adventures on the Homestead. Thanks for stopping in. And Tammy, while you're talking to everybody, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I forgot to unlock my front door so Ryan could go in that way.
Oh, no problem. Got to make sure hubby can get in the house.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, you go right ahead. Hey there, Adventures on the Homestead. Thank you for joining us. So does anybody have any questions for us, for me, or I'll put this up just to make sure you guys see it. Oops, I missed. It moved on me.
Ryan comes home for lunch, and usually when I'm live, people see him lurking in the background, and then they usually comment in the chat, watch out behind me. So I've learned to say, I have to let him in through the front door.
Adventures on the Homestead. I loved that challenge, the B-roll showdown. That was awesome. I learned so much just from trying to do that. And I mean, it wasn't that great compared to, some people, my video, but I was happy with me. And I was happy with I learned different things, like some different camera techniques. I thought that was awesome, of the video that you shared of the chopping the wood, where you showed how you would use your phone, because that's what I'm using most of the time. I still haven't figured out my settings on my GoPro. But that was so awesome. Thank you
What
for doing that.
what GoPro do you have?
I have the 8.
So do I. So we should talk.
Oh, we
It's
should talk.
actually very easy.
It's those settings. Like, yeah, we need to talk, Lisa.
Yeah.
I'll
I
have
don't know. I
to.
press play and go.
Do
In fact,
you?
I realized the other day that I've been filming in 4K the whole time.
Oh, well, that worked out.
and I
That's
didn't
good though,
and
right?
I didn't know it.
That's awesome.
Somebody said to me about 4K, and I'm like, I'm looking on my phone, and I'm like, oh, I figured out how to do it on my phone, right? And
Uh-huh.
then I look at my GoPro, and I was like, oh, it's been doing it all along.
Yeah. Garden at Table with Heather Lynn. You might not know this, but I guess when we video on our phone, you need to set your settings or on your camera to 4K because something about when it's uploaded into YouTube, it gives you, bumps you up in viewership or something. If
I
it's
didn't
a
know that.
4K. Yeah, that's what I read. That's what I read about it.
Do you have to select something?
No, you just upload your video. You don't have to select anything when you're uploading your video in YouTube, but you just got to make sure you have it on the phone. Adventures on the Homestead, is it the same? Like when you go to edit, because when I edit my video, my editing system compresses it into like, I don't know, 1080 or something. Should I not have it do that? I wonder.
Mad Acre Farms had a good, while you're waiting for an answer, they had a good
Mhm.
point there at 11:21 a.m. I struggle a bit. Jamie, that's huge, Jamie.
Mhm.
Huge. Huge, huge, huge. Yeah, I think we all do in the YouTube community because we're always feeling torn, right? We want to support.
Yeah.
And I know for me, I've had to back off a lot because the problem is not doing anything else but YouTube. And that's not good for me. It's not good for
Yeah.
my brain.
Up
So
your soul.
yeah. And so I've had to step off. Also, I found ways to help me to still support everybody, but I can't do it all. And embracing that and realizing that is all I can do.
Mhm.
And I can't just let other stuff fall to the wayside, nor will I. And when the summer comes, I'm going to be a little more scarce because I'm going to be outside more.
Mhm.
Right now, it's different. Like it's so cold outside. I'm not going out. I just go out, check on animals, feed, come back in.
Mhm.
But when it's warm out, I'm gone.
Yeah. It is hard. And it's, you have to balance it. Hey, Country Mama Musings, Alicia. Hi there. And real quick, I'm going to share everybody with everyone what
Yeah, Jim answered.
Homestead said. Thank you
That's
for
so
that.
it's less pixelated.
Mhm.
When it goes to 1080, it's not as pixelated.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I tend to I try to support as much as possible. My best supporting channels time is going to be during the week when I don't have a lot of meetings. I try to go on lives in the evenings, but I need to spend time with my husband too. Even though I work remotely from home, I'm still not available to him. I'm up in my head dealing with work on meetings. Um, and we have to balance our time. We've still got to, it's that coming back to this, our 7 F's, if we too hyper focus on one thing, we're going to lose focus on another. So it's that trying to keep balance.
I'm going to be blunt again.
Yes.
I
Love
hope
that.
you guys can take my bluntness. I'm going to be real blunt here, folks. And I want you to know I'm doing it out of love in a really good place. Stop sacrificing your family and your lives for YouTube. Okay. A lot of us are YouTubers, right? We spend way too much time on it, but you can still do the best you can do. You can still do things and support your friends, and you can still have a life. I'm here to tell you. Okay? Because if you're doing all YouTube and nothing else, we need to talk
I
because
love
I've
that,
done it.
Alicia.
It's a bad, bad idea for you.
Mhm. Oh my gosh, Daz.
Oh, Daz.
Just doesn't, isn't it? Like, isn't this your sleeping time? As a matter of fact.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I love prepping videos. Love them. Sometimes I can't watch them. Can't watch them. Why? Because I can't, for the same reason I can't watch the news. I can't take all that doom and gloom and stuff like that. And I have to find other ways to make me happy and nourish my soul, and sometimes I am not in the mood to watch where an animal died. And I may have to wait to watch that because maybe I've had an animal die. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah.
just, it's reality.
Yep. It is.
Sorry if I was too blunt, you guys, but
Oh, I love the bluntness. I mean,
it
I'm
comes
sure
from
everybody
love.
else. Yeah. I like you today, Lisa.
Like me. I'm cranky because it's cold. I'm all wound up because it's cold. My Uncle Al is cooking. He's going to cook me up some hot meal and send it over to me.
That's what I do too. I cook. It warms the house.
I'm doing all this because I'm trying to get myself wound up to go do something when I'm done. Like maybe my dishes, Jason.
We had 45-mile-an-hour winds last night, and my husband, remember, risk management professional there, says we need to go. The tarp is flapping on the trailer, on our travel trailer too much. I'm going to have to go out there and fix it. And I'm like, crap, really? And I start getting my jacket on. He's like, you have to go. I'm like, yes, I do. Like, you're going to need me to hold something. I know you're going to need me to hold something. It's 45-mile-an-hour winds. Everything's blowing around. So we had to get all bundled up and go out there, and it was miserable. But you gotta be that support,
Yeah. And in fact, that goes back to what we were talking about last night. I was texting you. So just real quick for those of you who watch our channel, you know that we have turkeys, and I post it on Instagram all the time. The turkeys are dumb. They don't go in the coop. They got a beautiful, warm, clean coop with feed and water. Won't go in it. Minus 15, they're out there. Well, this is going to be the coldest it's been. And I said to Ryan last night, I said, I really do not feel good about the turkeys being outside. I don't want to lose them. We've come too far. And part of it is our fault because we were going to process them. So we really didn't handle them a lot. We thought they just go in the coop like chickens do, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. So what did we do last night? I looked at Ryan and it's snowing. They got snow on their backs. And I said, I can't. They've got to go in the coop. So Ryan and I are out there with flashlights and headlamps and have a good day, Jamie, and headlamps and pushing turkeys into a coop and then putting a cinder block with a board across the door so they'd stay in. They are really dumb. No, I can't use a heat lamp, Uncle Al. They're too big and they fly, believe it or not, in the coop. When they get fighting, somebody's going to get hurt or I'm going to have a fire. But they're in the coop and I feel that they'll be all right. But, it's the things you do because you got to get things done.
Yeah.
So oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I was going to say I'm a turkey wrangler. Put it on a T. I am a turkey wrangler. Usually it's a wing to the eye kind of night because they get flapping so crazily that they get hurt because they're in a pen. So I don't push it. But today I was like, mm-mm. But does anybody in the chat questions? I mean, this is your opportunity to get some feedback on your goals and all that kind of stuff. So this is all about you guys. So throw it out there.
Is anybody torn? Are you torn in your goals? Maybe you have conflicting goals or goals that tend to conflict. And hi, Tiny Tim Posey. Thanks for joining us. G Mama Grows, good to see you.
G Mama.
And Daz, thank you so much for joining. I know it's like either late or early where you are. I will admit the one goal that I'm struggling with the most is probably fitness.
I don't know what you're talking about because I am a seeker of health. I just ran 20 miles this morning, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You could go 20 feet where you are and feel like 20 miles, I'll bet. I put some things on my journal to stand while I work, which I've been doing.
Yep.
I figure if I'm on the job and I'm going to the grocery store, that's at my work, just so everybody knows, it's very much about being work-life balance. So I can do that where I work and I'm not having to sneak to do it. I could have somebody call me and I could be in the grocery store and I can answer the phone and nobody's going to question as long as I get my commitments done. That's what we say is I have to, do what everyone's expecting me to do. I'll only be looked at if I'm not doing that or if I'm like gone all the time, which doesn't happen. But I put on there for me to try to get up and walk in between meetings or working on my laptop. So I'm not just on my laptop all day and stationary. So it's there for me. And I tell myself I need to get up and walk during work 3 times. And I think that's being, easy on myself, to tell you the truth, but it hasn't been happening and I haven't been exercising.
Uncle Al, thank you. I'm glad that you said the heat lamp was for me. Did you see people are putting their goals in the
Yes, awesome.
Let's talk about them.
I'm seeing people are with me. Ugh, fitness.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm going to try to scroll up until I see. I printed a free garden planner to help me when to start and plan. Hey, where did you get that garden planner from? What garden planner did you find that was free, Heather?
Heather, that's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, I love that.
You got this, Heather. You can do this.
Mm-hmm. Blue Pixie, I'm going to have to seriously schedule myself from next month, and that's totally not a me thing to do, just so I can get everything done and keep focused. You see Lisa's, and whoopsie.
This is mainly my YouTube calendar, like for my videos and stuff like that. So this is not like private.
Yeah, I did like a bullet journal style. I did my calendar a little different.
Nice.
I made it vertical because I like a list. So, I don't know. I'm a little obnoxious sometimes, you guys. That's the kind of stuff I like to have things friendly to see for me.
You're not obnoxious. You're not obnoxious. You are somebody who works better that way. So you're not obnoxious. Okay.
Thank you, Lisa. Danny, my goal, the savings for my new home is starting to grow and I have a measurable time frame. The problem is narrowing down where to move. I have a range that spans a quarter of the country. Ooh, I feel you on that. That sounds like me and my husband. What I've been telling my husband is let's just prep to move. We're prepping to stay, but we're prepping to move. In other words, we want to do some things like we need to like repaint and what have you on the back porch with the waterproof stuff on our back patio. There's some drywall like stuff in here, little dings and things that he was going to fix. We just some little things like that. So that way we don't have to hurry and do it at the end. And we keep an eye out on what's on the land market and we're trying to put money back. My advice is nobody keep it in the bank though. Just saying.
Great job. Where to begin homestead. So important. In fact,
yes,
that's my goal this summer and why I'll be outside more is working on building the farm business because we do want to sell piglets. We do want to, and I'm going to be honest, some of the rules and regulations make it very challenging. So I'm finding alternative ways.
I look forward to seeing those alternative ways.
You may not, though.
Oh, man. You'll just have to tell me about them then.
All right. I can say it like this. We all know the trouble with USDA processors these days, right? Enough said.
Okay. Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just, that's reality. Is if you butcher it yourself and you're not USDA certified, it's kind of hard.
So we went in on a cow. A friend of ours who, just to share, had an acre of land, kind of like where we used to live. And this kid is actually like one of our sons, to tell you the truth. But he got 3 cows, 3 calves that he raised on 1 acre, just to share with what can be done. It does require a lot of cleaning. But what he did was he
Yeah.
asked, friends at church, family friends, hey guys, does anybody want to buy a half a cow? And so we paid like $800 for a half a cow, and that's
Mhm.
reasonable where we are. So that's kind of, anybody who's thinking that route, just reach out to the people because we didn't we're happy to get that meat. That worked out great for us.
The other thing is usually, and I know other channels have talked about this, is selling live animals is also a great way to sell somebody meat.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. That's why I want piglets.
Yes. I have so many goals, one day at a time. Heather, absolutely, one day at a time.
So explain to Heather the benefit, though. I don't know if she's been here before. And if you have, Heather, I apologize for being repetitive. But what is the benefit to Heather, the 7F model, and saying, like, I have so many goals one day at a time? Like, how could that benefit somebody like her?
Mm-hmm. So honestly, Heather, you're speaking from my own heart, to tell you the truth, because I am exactly the same. When I put my little list together, my husband peeked over my shoulder. He's like, where you got booked in their time with husband? Because I'm very project and task oriented and feel like I always need to be accomplishing something. I'm one of those people, it's difficult for me to just chill and relax. So I am like this. The 7Fs, I look at those every day and I'm considering them. As I'm looking at them, I have it built into my bullet journal. I made a little bullet journal, nothing fancy. I know there's some like really amazing bullet journals out there. I don't think mine is fancy. It's just what works for me. But I have it built in there to look at, to try to keep that balance. And it is one day at a time. Like if you want to, there's a lot of things. I think Fuzz T Fork mentioned it earlier. Like we need to learn our skill set. For me, I'm very skill set focused too. So I have it on there. If I can just try to spend 3 days a week, a little bit of time on, I'm trying to learn Morse code. So sometimes, even if I'm on a meeting, I'm just sitting there, writing the ABCs and writing out my Morse code. That's my time. And then sometimes when I'm studying, if nobody can hear me, I'm over here going beep, 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 beep. That was ABC, by the way, guys. If my husband would be like, what are you doing? If I'm listening to the videos, he'll be like, oh no, is it Morse code time? I'm like, hey, we could need this someday. And I'm going to have that skill set.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was gonna say, Garden State Gardener, hello, and Ark Wildman had to go. Have a great day. Ann says every week I say I'm going to walk around the block, hasn't happened. Andale, your assignment for today, young lady, is to go walk around the block.
Provided you don't
Tuesday.
have Lisa.
By next Tuesday, you're gonna come back and say you did it one time, Ann.
Yes, just once.
Just one time, Ann. And it can take you all day long if you need it.
Bye, Ark Wildman. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, Country Mama, the stashing of the funds in the pinata. Love that.
Yep.
I can't wait to see what you end up with. That's going to be so fun.
Jason Hilkeneer says, I have a really hard time remembering to hit that thumbs out. Thumbs up, how do I correct that? Well, I will tell you my trick, sir, is hit the thumbs up the minute you go into it. So if you come right into the live and it goes into the chat, close out the chat, hit the thumbs up, go back into the chat. That's what I do.
There you go. And thank you for the reminder to everybody.
Yeah, solutions.
Yes. Yep. Wicked Awesome Gardening. We're considering that as well. We're looking for states that are have good moderate temperatures, fairly moderate for growing things, good gun laws, and affordable property. Oh, here's his comment.
I like jeans.
Oh, here's our friend Jean. As hard as it is to not have the perfect clean house, I now give myself permission to not do the dishes, and I'll do them the next day, and the world never blew up. Amen
Amen,
to
Jean.
that, sister.
Screw the dishes.
Yes.
I'd like to throw them all out every day and start over.
Don't we? Hey, we'll eat on paper plates a lot over here.
I do too, but then I'm like, you're being lazy.
Hey, let yourself be lazy. It's all right.
I
You're
have a
probably lazy
dishwasher.
because you're probably lazy. Oh, see, I have a dishwasher, but I don't know. I've never used it since we moved into this. It's just, and so I'm afraid to use it because I'm like, what if it
Yeah.
breaks or something?
And that's a valid point because when they are not used, the seals dry out and they leak all over. So you have a very valid point.
Yeah. I do have a schedule, but it scares me and I flip out if I don't get things done exactly in time of when I feel it has to. Oh my gosh, Blue Pixie. I do that. So here's what I do. I give myself a to-do list. I commit to myself I'm going to do something. And if it looks like it's not going to happen, I convince myself that this was so hugely important that me not getting it done is just a major travesty, which is just ridiculous. And then I have to call myself on it. Call yourself out on it.
And here's the other thing. And I feel, and I think Tammy will be okay with me saying this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So here's the thing, Blue, Pam, and also Tammy, because I've been there. Are you really writing a realistic list of things to be done? Or are you writing a list of things to be done that is not realistic? And then you're not getting it done. And then you're freaking out. And then you're thinking you failed. And then it's this repetitive cycle. You see what I'm saying? Like if I say, I'll give you a crazy example. I am going to climb Mount Rushmore. I am going to go climb Devil's Tower. And then I'm going to drive to New York by tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
How stupid is that? It ain't happening.
Nope, that ain't happening.
But we do that every day as we make lists for ourselves, and those lists are not realistic.
Yeah.
Because we had high hopes for it, but scale it back a bit. And sometimes that really helps.
Yep.
I
give myself the okay on my little book here. I have a tasks for the week, and I give myself the okay to put it on. If it has to overflow to the next week, I put it on the next week. You know what I mean? I do give myself that okay, and I like this, Blue Pixie. Keep it, but remain chill about it, so your brain doesn't melt out yours. Love that.
Uncle Al, just get a spa day. Uncle Al,
Yes.
take a spa day. You need it.
You do need a spa day, Uncle Al. You do a lot.
Hey, Barbs. Oh, Barb, you got to stay in the car like a dog. They won't even let you put a face diaper on and go in.
Oh, I hate that. And sometimes our husbands can't speak to the doctors like we want them to. I'm my husband's voice and ears when we go to a doctor's appointment. That's just what we've evolved. That's what we've done.
I love this. I love this. They are huge. Mm-hmm. Don't say they're not huge. Sometimes the things that we think are smaller, like you said, it's important to take ownership of it. And I'm glad that you're taking ownership of it. And I bet it makes you feel good about yourself. That's awesome, Daz. They are huge.
They are. They represent your family, Daz.
And taking care of it, right?
Yes. Yes. Hey, Tim, that's awesome.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm looking forward to seeing your channel. In your cabin on 13 acres. Land envy, my friend. It is a real thing.
Oh, don't get me started.
That. Congratulations to you. Lists, calendars, daily journal.
And Sammy, how many kids do you have?
That's her grandbabies.
Oh, her grandbabies. Okay, because I know she's got the younger ones there. Oops. But are they with you all the time? Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. So how many do you have there? Is it 2 or 3?
I think she's got 3.
My word, that's a lot.
Tell me if I'm right.
God bless you, girl.
Yeah, and they're young. They
Yeah.
are adorable. Oh,
they are.
Yes, go soak in a hot spring.
Ooh, nice. Thanks, Shift
Oh,
Kicker, for
that's a great
putting the
idea.
info. Oh, wow. Do it, girl.
Yep, do it. You should see what Lisa built. Go check out her channel. She did some empowering hand tool involved things.
I was going to make a little egg stand to put out at the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all the pallets pulled out. This is before I did the other one. I got all the pallets pulled out. I was feeling pretty proud. And Ryan looks at me and he goes, "What is it you want me to build?" And I said, "No, I'm going to build it myself." And he says, "You do realize we don't own the road." And I was like, "Oh, dang it." So I got to go to plan B and put it a little closer to the house.
7 goal planner is at home. Barb, I'll be reaching out to you because I do want to see that. That's wonderful.
And where to begin, that's awesome too, about raising pigs and they get a free ride. Check out Barb though. Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Go Barb.
I do want to see it, Barb. Thank you, Jim.
Why buy half the cow when you can get the 2% milk for free? Yeah, that is a lot of work. 3 cows on 1 acre. I we have 2 acres and I could probably scrounge an acre for a calf, but instead we just keep looking.
Are they a list of basic things? I'm with you on that, Daz. There's that joke. Yeah, 3 cows on 1 acre. They had a good life, I'm telling you. It's an irrigated 1 acre. I know because he lives in the community where we lived. But yeah, they were. It's not like they lived there long. Most of the time, I mean, they were little and then they got big and then they went to freezer camp. So
I was kind of just blowing through the chat because I see we're really behind.
Am I really behind?
I am. I don't know about you, but Ann Dale said she was laughing and she said, "Okay, by next week." Blue's going to do yoga.
Awesome. Yeah, exercising in the winter. And our TV and we have like everybody else, a larger TV in the living room. And I was going to, hey, exercise idea for everybody. Boots and Bounty Homestead, they have line dancing lessons on their channel. And then they go to like, it's not a bar, but it's like, a steakhouse or something where people are dancing and whatnot. And what great exercise to learn the line dances and just watch them and dance along with them in your living room. But my TV broke, so I can't do that now.
Country Mama Musings, she says, Jim saying this. "Do I have clean socks for work tomorrow?" Me, nope. Laundry didn't fit into my 7Fs today.
Mississippi was not on our list, Uncle Al. I'll have to tell my husband about Mississippi. I'm super behind, huh?
Yeah. Hi, Brian, Los Hills Homestead. I'll help you get caught up if you want.
Yes, please.
Hi, Tactical Homestead. Welcome in. And I'm sorry, guys, if we missed you. We're trying to just get caught up. We're a little behind. Country Mama says to Blue, "I write down tasks and put them in a bowl, pull out one at a time. Keeps me from getting overwhelmed by a list." That's awesome. Hi, Tammy Lemero.
Hey, Tammy. Man,
Ooh,
that's rough, Tammy. Prayers for you.
Yeah. Heather is going to do a dry erase board with her list and just work on something, at least one a day. What about the idea that we heard last night that we were talking about?
Oh my, that was Pure Pondering, I think, right?
Yeah.
I don't see her here, but share, Lisa, since you received the message, I'll let you share. I thought it was wonderful.
Basically, Pure Pondering left a comment that said that this has been really beneficial and that, you're working all day, you come home, you're exhausted, but finding time, 15 minutes to just do one area, 15 minutes, do one area, done every day. And I thought that was such a great idea.
I
And
love that idea.
absolutely. Um, Blue Feather said 4, raising 4.
Mm-hmm.
Music moves me ugly, but I put on YouTube and dance. I put on old school hip hop. I'm so jealous. That's a great idea. Great idea, Alicia.
Yeah.
Hi, Rebecca Davis. When you catch up, I've had 2 birthdays and got cool stuff for Christmas since you read my last comment, Des said.
Hey, I've had two. Daz, I'm so sorry. Tammy, a goal per day is awesome. That's what that Pure Pondering. She was contributing 15 minutes of her evening, and I thought that was wondering. I mean, I thought that was wonderful. Sorry, I was reading at the same time. 15 minutes a day, whatever we have.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing. Like, and I've used this story a million times. I was in an office next to Hi Frugal Mom Down Under. I was in an office a couple doors down from another counselor who did intakes and assessments, and I used to hear the alarm going off all the time. And I walked in there one day and I was like, Samantha, what are you doing? And she's like, I set a timer. And she goes, and I just work for 45 minutes. And then that's it. She goes, the alarm goes off. And I go, okay, I can take a break now and go to take a walk around. It was really cool. So, like,
awesome.
5 minutes, Tammy, 5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're at about 8 minutes left. So I wanted to, because we have a hard stop at noon or 1 for whatever time it is by you. Mm-hmm. But Tammy, what are you thinking?
I love the conversation we've had in the chat, and I love everybody sharing their goals and their challenges, because that's what we really want to talk through and help everyone with, is talking through your challenges, and just trying to encourage and motivate everybody. Hearing you guys motivates me. So see, my getting ready for this Monday and Tuesday, which are some of, like, I'm pretty darn productive Monday and Tuesday, because I'm catching the encouragement from everybody. So thank you all for sharing.
And Tammy, I've been there. I can't imagine it. I am a mental health and addiction counselor, and every day I heard of a client dying. So I it's just awful. I've had it in family as well. And you do everything you can do for yourself. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself too. Hi, Sharon Williams. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you lurking. Mm-hmm. Oh, Tammy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness, Tammy.
My sincerest condolences, and please take care of yourself.
As your brother would probably want you to.
True.
And shift kicker, working overnight hours. My goodness. I know that's challenging too.
Hospice RN. Wow.
Tammy, it might be time for you to look for another therapist then, if that's how you feel.
Yep.
Don't discount your own feelings.
As a former therapist, when I was working, you need to find somebody who's going to support you. Otherwise, you're wasting your time with them, and it's not helping you at all. Mm-hmm. Add one small goal for each F to a list every week. Just do that one small task a day. Yep. Oh, Barb. Future. This is the one F that I struggle with. Everybody struggles with that future, and that's
me.
I know. That's why I'm saying it. We were having that conversation the other day.
Yes, we were, Barb. We had other people asking us about that. And I can speak to you what I put, like what I think about when I think about future. I'm thinking about my future skill set. I'm thinking about my preps. because I'm somebody who believes in strong preparedness, not just for my husband and I, but for our kids. Because where do you think your kids are going to go? Anybody who's got grown kids, our kids and grandbabies, they'll be coming to our house. If anything went, south in the world, we will see them. They'll come, no knocking. They'll walk right on in the house. That's how we roll over here. So that's what I have. Hey, farmer's son, thank you so much for coming. But yeah, I see that. Oh, so here's the deal, Lisa. That's a rough one, Barb.
Yeah, Barb.
What do they say? Plan for the best, but prepare for the worst. I can't, my brain can't go to where your concern is. I can't think about that. Lisa, you're going to have a hot mess of me on your hands if anything happened to my husband.
I think that's all of us. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm already sick to my stomach just hearing that. But what about this? Okay, because Barb, I love you. And I'm saying this with love because I'm getting all choked up. Maybe future needs to be defined differently. Because the reality of it is we don't have control over that, right? We don't. And I think that sometimes future needs to be maybe a month down the road instead of years down the road. What is it that you want to accomplish while he's here, right? Like the bucket list kind of thing. So I think that that's real important, you know? And I'm not trying to minimize anything, if that makes sense. As you can see, because I feel for Barb and I feel for you guys because we don't know. You know? I don't know if that makes sense, Barb.
Oh, Barb.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Alicia.
We love you, Barb. It's just, it's reality, right? It's reality. We never know what is left in life. We never know. And so,
for any of us,
just what are the things that you feel like you have to accomplish with him, I think is important, you know? Sorry, guys. Like a lot of you, Barb is a good friend, so.
This is what Alicia shared.
Yeah.
Barb, I can't even think I can't think in that direction.
Yeah.
I just can't. And I'm glad that what Lisa shares 100%, everything she shared and people in the chat share, I can't think in that direction.
And that goes back to
I have to shut my mind down from even going there. And I'm not saying that's the healthiest way to do it. I just can't. I just can't.
Yeah.
I've been with my husband since I was 19 and I just can't go there.
Yeah. And I'm sure Barb feels that way too, you know, but she has no choice, right?
Yeah, she has no choice.
So, I mean, it's just, I don't want to talk for Barb because I can't even begin to imagine. But Barb, I just want to, yes, one day at a time, girl, one day at a time. And we love you and we're here for you. And just focus on him and you. And that's what's important.
Yeah.
You know?
Him and you and right now.
And maybe that's what your future goal is, right? Because I could sit here and go, oh, don't have a goal or nothing like that. But then maybe that's what your goal is, right? Your goal is to just be with him all the time. as much as you can. And it goes back to what I was going to say earlier is like Alicia has been talking a lot about, and I don't want to try to be respectful of her, but
Mhm.
she's often said, I think she said it in a live, so I feel comfortable saying it, is that she doesn't want to turn around and say that when something happens to, heaven forbid, something happens to her husband or our husbands, right?
Mhm.
She doesn't want to turn around and say that I've missed all that time with my husband. Thank you, Alicia, for making it
Thank you,
easier for
Alicia.
me. I was trying to be respectful of you and not share. So, right. So, I wasn't sitting here watching YouTube. I was spending it with my husband. So, like, that was the point I was trying to get out. I'm sorry. I just
Mhm.
can't get my brain to work.
That is a good future. I like that one. What can you guys do together to make memories?
Barb, I'm giving you a big hug, my friend. And know that I'm always here. You know how to get a hold of me. Yep.
Yeah.
So true.
1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day later. So when I talk about my future and I talk about the things for my future, Lisa's are a little bit different how she looks at it. And the person that we were both talking with, hers were even a little bit different. So really these 7 F's is what you want to put in them. I had shared before some of the things I put in fun, my husband put in family, because that kind of tells you the importance different than he has. Hey, maybe one of a good goal, Barb, would be for you to get with your husband and see what kind of things he wants to do.
Yeah.
Um, and when we talk future, maybe in the next week, in the next 2 weeks, in the next month, things
Yep.
don't have to be planned out super far ahead.
Yep. Hey, Dawn at Hat Creek. Hey, Simply Pam.
Like that, Timmy.
That's right, Tammy.
Hey, Pam. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate so much you guys joining in the chat today. I hope that this was helpful for everybody. Anybody have any other, and hi, Hat Creek Homestead. Anybody have any other questions, comments, or challenges that they'd like to share? Just fly by the seat of your pants. Absolutely.
That's an ongoing joke in my house. My husband will tell me, can't just fly by the seat of your pants. And in the meanwhile, I'm like, I think we're going to get a second pig. I've just decided this second. Instead of what I'm bringing home to. John did this 7Fs and put me in his future.
Aw.
Barb, I hope this gave you some kind of support and release today.
Yeah. Did you see all the people sharing love for you, Barb?
And I'm
I
sorry, I'm rude. I'm like this here.
No, I think not doing that if you needed to would be would be more.
I don't want to use my scarf. I've thought about it.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Charlie.
One thing that I want to share is that when we started our YouTube channel, we were more thinking about it for our kids, our grandkids, and just kind of a way to make family vlogs, my husband and I, and get some of the things out there that I want my kids to remember and stuff like that. And I was so surprised because I've never done social media. So I never did the what was it? The old, oh gosh.
Space, MySpace.
Yeah, we never did MySpace. I don't do Facebook. I don't do Instagram. I love Pinterest. All those projects on there, that's just amazingly fun stuff. But I've never done like social media. So to make all the friends that I've made here on YouTube and our subscribers and the people I subscribe to and talk to in the chats and everything, it just really surprised me how much love and how much I ended up caring for everybody here. That really took me by surprise. So
Alicia, Alicia said fugly crying is an F. No shame in our game. So Barb, we're going to end on that cheer up note. Country Mama brought it, right? So we've got fugly crying as an F. And
Right?
Tammy, the 7Fs are scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
Yep. That's awesome. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day. Just a reminder, and hi, Roberta's Artistic Adventures. Um, just a reminder, next Tuesday at the same time, 11 o'clock a.m. Mountain Standard Time, will be on Lisa's channel. And I think we've got a guest speaker scheduled for next week that is Gail's Southern Living, I believe. Am I correct?
I am looking.
Oh, wait.
In
Hold
fact,
on.
you just reminded me I haven't written that on my calendar yet.
It's not. It's Ann Dale. So Ann Dale's going to be with us.
So Ann Dale.
On the 1st, March 1st.
All right. So Ann Dale, I will be contacting you on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I will be sending you all the information. I love Ann Dale. Can't wait to see her. Oh,
you know, I love it.
How convenient. She's going to have to tell us she did something next week.
Oh, look at that, Ann. You're going to have to report back on your walk around the block.
We love you, Ann.
Much love to all of you guys. I hope you all have a blessed day. And thank you again so much for coming here. I hope that this is an uplifting time and everybody has something they take away from it. So thank you to everyone and blessings to you all. Barb, you're in my prayers, friend.
Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for being here. Barb, we love you.
Bye, everybody.
Take care of yourselves.